Bro, how does Pantheon always make it through? Oh shit, I'm not muted. Fuck it. Hey, lad, how the fuck does Pantheon always get through? I was like just thinking out loud, like Jesus Christ, Pantheon's a good.
Hopefully we're still muted. Hopefully.
No, we're not. No, this give me the scuffed pro draft version where we don't take it as seriously. Dude, on God, that champ's so busted.
So talking to I'm friends with most of the people on Divot, and whenever they Wumple did a scrim for a different thing with a different team, and he said, "Yes, guys, you ban Pantheon blue side or you're inting." And the question is, why are you inting if you don't? Have you seen what that champion does?
So busted. I guess I lost last time though, but
whenever Pantheon loses, normally it's not the Pantheon's fault. It's something else happening.
True, like an Ashe.
Yeah, like an Ashe. All right, Caitlyn Morgana. What I'm guessing we're gonna see here.
God, I hope so. That fucking. Let me tell you, since it's the scuffed
lane, brother.
It's the scuffed after hours show. We shit on them because we took away K Morg, and it's like, oh, they can play bot. Yeah, I'm flaming you on stream. You heard it here. Prove me wrong.
It's the whole thing. If you're playing Caitlyn Morgana, dude, I'm sleeping in lane, brother. Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Dude,
like,
you're asleep. If I'm playing as Caitlyn Morgana, I'm sweating and dying. Honestly.
I play Nautilus. I just sit there and I'm just like, I know how to dodge a Morgana. That's not an issue. And if I can't dodge it, I'll hook to the wall.
Yeah, true, fair.
But
then your mongrel marksman gets hit, and then they cry.
Yeah, but like just sitting there and having to lane against it, where it's like I can't hook in because they're just gonna black shield. If the Morgana's bad, you'll get away with it. But if she's not, like you're just
true. I do see Nautiluses. They hook into the Morg or someone, and then the black shots get burned, and then they ult the other one. Yep. That always works. That's always cute.
And also you're supposed to max Q, so I think at like rank 5 Q you break spell shield. Like break spell shield. Just depends on how much they want to put into it.
Yeah, true. Alright, since it's still the scuffed pro draft, who wins this one, bro? Before we even see the rest of the picks.
Before we even see it, looking at the first 3 picks, no Caitlyn ban, I expect Pornhub to just slap them around. Like Pantheon,
you think Pornhub's gonna win? Isn't Pornhub blue side?
Oh yeah, wait, are they? Wait.
Yeah, they're blue.
Oh fuck. Oh sorry. Oh wait. They're blue side. I don't know. Flamers has meme momentum. They're rolling forward. They survived the Chad Malphite build.
True.
Like, what else could go wrong?
Chad Malphite. Shout out to Karaoke. Shout out to Karaoke. Quarter final choker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. PF's gonna get rocked. Unless Nightterrors activates his Smurf mode, which he does. Nightterrors, I will find proof that you're smurfing one day. I promise. I will. I'll make it up if I have to. I'm dedicated. I'm rededicated to the task.
Wait, we may be seeing a solo lane Nautilus.
Nah, it's Lux mid. There's no way it's Nautilus support. I would eat my... There's no way it's Lux support. Well, actually, it is flexible, right? What if someone thinks they're like a little Doin B?
Like the Vel'Koz is there too.
Okay, I'm gonna give a peek up tip to everyone who's being a real one before draft and being here not for the game. Stop fucking... Okay, look at red side. They're draft Smurfs, right? Look at their first round Banza. They 3-ban Gasp. Stop doing that. Stop banning... pisses me off. Okay, I've won this shit tournament so many times. It's time to go on a little bit of a rant. 80% of the shitty draft peek up teams suck is because... Alright, there's the Caitlyn, they win. Is because they ban the wrong players. You have to ban the shitty players champions, which seems so counterintuitive. But imagine there's like a god one-trick Plat 2 like Ahri player, right? If you ban that Ahri, they suck. They can't win.
So actually look at it this way. So other perspective. Both their junglers play those 3 champions. So when I was talking about last game, I meant this game. Like their jungle pool is the exact same. And it's who has the deeper jungle pool. If they take away Hecarim, Graves, Rek'Sai, okay, like what are you doing? It's like, oh, like do you know how to play Jarvan? Oh, you're playing Kindred? You're playing Kindred. Okay, I'm locking like. Yeah. Like they took Kai'Sa and they took Jarvan Pantheon.
Hey, yeah, Flamers Inc. Also, one more thing. I've knocked this team out of playoffs every season since they've come into the league. Just ban out their shit bottom lane. That's all you ever have to do. Just saying. Okay, I'm done now.
Honestly, if you're a brain blaster in the bottom lane and you have a good Caitlyn, a good Ezreal, a good Ashe / Trist or something, and you're feeling good about life, just ban Xayah and Kai'Sa and see what their bottom lane does.
True.
If they can't adapt, they're gonna lose the game. Like if you did this draft and they don't ban Pantheon and you ban Kai'Sa and Xayah, they're gonna take Pantheon first, and you can take Caitlyn Morgana and then take your jungler, and you can just ban the rest of their lane. Or like they have to take their AD carry. If they don't match AD carries, you literally just ban Ezreal and Ashe, and like what do they play? Like Yasuo bot, like Syndra, you can't play a marksman at that point anymore. You're just literally stuck playing some like brain off champion that just looks boring.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's the actual real draft. All right, I'll take it seriously. So for people who aren't aware, Pornhub has an e-sub, so their first two bans are invalidated. That's why they just banned Teemo Annie, because in the pro draft they didn't do anything. And on the side of red, they triple pinched jungle pool. They really are concerned about Gasp's early game impact. If anyone saw their game, the first game of the season, Gasp actually had a really great performance on Kayn, which is a really dog champ. So imagine what he can do on a champ that's actually kind of good. And both the champions picked are kind of good. Granted, one is much better than the other, Jarvan. I am really sick and tired of seeing that champion. But our two teams, we just had Red Team take home their first P-Cup regular season victory over Icy. That is Flamers Inc. And on the blue side, we have now the team going on its third straight season in a row in P-Hub. Season 8, they got knocked out in semifinals by the eventual champions Vortex. Season 7, they got knocked out in quarters by Sad Boys. Season 6, they were technically called... Were they also P-Hub back then? I think they were.
No, that is before my time. That's before.
I'm trying to remember. Season 6, they were also P-Hub. I actually think they were, and I think I knocked them out then too. I just have this team's goddamn number. What I'm saying, but we've still got two of the original starters. We've got Night Terrors, and we've got Gasp. Gasp, actually the season 7 MVP of P-Cup. He had a really standout performance. Did not struggle to find his place last season. I felt like he didn't perform up to the standards as before. The jungle pool was, I would arguably say it was better in season 7. I just think he slumped in a performance standpoint from season 7 to season 8. So I would really like to see him turn it around. I'm hoping that he continue off the nice 7-1-11 scoreline he posted last game. And we have arguably one of, if not the best point-worthy players in Night Terrors to ever play P-Cup. He frequently posted very nasty scorelines on Ezreal and especially Sivir. He drew Sivir bans very frequently, and this is the first time I'll ever see him play Kai'Sa. I'm very surprised. Maybe he's been practicing some other marksman.
He was brother.
Yeah, well, he was known as a Ezreal's Sivir 2-trick, so I'm actually really interested to see how that pans out. In terms of the other players on P-Hub, though, the only returning face is a name change for Roxas in the top lane, previously on the team captained by Colin, which is named Secretic Runs It Down, now named Pat. So that was former top laner for Colin. He seems to have name changed to whatever that name pronunciation is, and is now the new top laner, replacing DMR, the greatest top laner to ever play in P-Cup. And no, I'm not joking. That man is a god. Sad to see him not returning, because he was a absolute fucking unit for Pornhub, their biggest carry by far. Even though Gas won the MVP, that man was the heart and soul of that team. He was their wins, he was their losses. He never underperformed. And on the red side, we see the exact same summoners we just saw 20 minutes ago close out a scrappy but entertaining game against Icy. Now, let's talk about the teams. We're seeing these early comps. I see a mix of scaling. I see a mix of fighting. Dev, talk to me. What am I looking at here? Where is the point of contention? What am I going to have my eyes on? What's really going to impact the game the most heavily in these picks?
Okay, so first thing I want to see, I don't know where that first Kindred Mark's going to go. I don't know if it auto locks Scuttle Crab the first time, but if it's bottom Scuttle Crab, I need to see these bot lanes moving up to fight for that, because your Kindred is either going to be the useful champion on your team or the most useless champion. And it's literally all the power in her kit is already shoved into her passive. And if you're able to deny her stacks, whether it be in your jungle or in the river, you are putting that champion further and further behind.
And I'll comment on the stacks. Scuttle is always the first stack, and then it's either Gromp, Raptors, or Scuttle for the next stacks until like 3. That's as far as I know. But it kind of stinks for Kindred. Now, topside, she may have Prio, but it's just not looking too hot bottom lane. If you're that Kai'Sa Nautilus, I just can't ever see them getting priority over a Caitlyn Morgana lane, especially when the mid lane as well is Pantheon with a Jarvan backing up. I feel like the 2v2 matchup around there is super difficult. So how can Pornhub actually make sure that Kindred gets those marks? Like, is there some other way they can focus on gaining priority, or what's Pornhub's win con here as a team? How are they going to make sure that they can deal with the absolute units of pressure that is that Kate Morgana duo and Pantheon mid with the safety of the Kayle late?
So honestly, it's the lamest answer. 35 minutes. 35 minutes is the number I'm putting down here. If you cannot fight and win at 35 minutes, you're not going to win this game. I think that
35 minutes.
I know. I'm falling asleep too.
That's a yawn already.
I mean, I'm guessing the Gangplank's Klepto. There's no reason not to in this matchup because you know the Kayle's going to glow it. If you want to go Grasp, you can go Grasp. I'm not going to fault you for that. But Jarvan is going to be on the map. If you're Jarvan, I want to see what you did slightly late last game. You need to be level 2. You need to be slapping the Vel'Koz mid, or you need to be telling your Morgana to hit that 200 to 300 radius Q on a 400 or 500 radius hitbox Nautilus and go from there. Because you need to apply pressure. I don't think you're going top lane because Kayle's kind of useless for about 8 minutes, 10 minutes until she hits 6 if she can actually auto attack like a real champion. But I think you probably need to be sending your focus bot and mid. And if Scuttle Crab spawns the first mark bottom side, work off of that and pretty much push your lead if you're Flamers. But for Pornhub, it's going to be a rough early game. You just need to make it out of the early game.
It's going to be a rough early game, especially if we see Flamers continue that playstyle we saw last best of 1 against Icy, which was balls to the wall, constant fighting with early priority champions. We saw really strong performances, especially out of mid laner Margarine. Mic issues have been fixed. We checked in with that, and thankfully that has been resolved. So there's not going to be anything holding him back from communicating his flanks, his engages with Pantheon, with the rest of his team. We saw him with that 10-2-5 scoreline on Echo, and now he himself is in the power pick that was given over to Icy last time with that Pantheon. Interesting choice of the teleport. I don't think it's poor. If I was him, I would have been greedy and gone for Ignite, but I sure as heck respect the fact that he took teleport. Yeah. And in terms of just the sheer overwhelming early game power that they have, I really, really am going to put the emphasis on the mid and bottom lanes to take over this map. It's going to be very difficult for the blue side to get to that 35-minute, that sort of 35-minute finish line that we've set. And peek up pause league, as always.
Oh, splat. Classic.
It's pause cup.
Pause cup.
Back in the pause cup. All right, so obviously I feel like we both lean towards red side having the easier comp to execute in terms of clear win con, siege and win. They've got a winning bottom lane matchup.
Fun. Literally you know what you're doing. And it's very forward. Like there's not a question on what this team comp does.
Yes.
The Kayle's there to scale. That's the only reason why it's picked.
Yeah. And now if I'm blue side, I'm thinking, if we do get a lead, how do we transition it effectively? apart from the Nautilus, it's pretty tough to engage. Now, it doesn't mean to say their 5v5 is poor, but
Nope.
starting that 5v5 could pose a bit of a challenge as teams look like they're fanning out for a 5-point, but I might be mistaken as blue team is looking for a topside invade through Nautilus.
Yeah, Fog of War is going to be the name of the game here for Pornhub if they really want to be able to win these kind of objective-based fights in the mid game. Blind Hook.
Ping's going down as well. They're trying to match the vision, but it looks like Morg and Jarvan are actually pathing up to see if they can fight. Caitlyn's going to be the one to drop the ward, and a cute little Vel'Koz Q landing on Morgana to make sure that they get that first damage of the game. GG, go next.
One thing I always notice too, so Kayle decided to go for press the attack this game. I don't know how long she expects her trades to be pre-6 gangplank, or if she's literally just playing late game so she can meet the gangplank in the side lane. I feel like Klepto would probably be the better choice. Wanted to just scrap with the gangplank earlier. You know you're gonna be auto Q auto if you're in melee range with them. He is going to out trade you because he just has true damage slapped onto his kit for some reason.
Yeah, I would have rather seen the Klepto as well, and maybe it's the thought process that Gangplank can parlay, but you see Klepto being run in ranged matchups all the time with Kayle, for example, into Kennen, into Jace. It's just such an accelerator to get her to those items that she wants.
The ability to have Futures Market, the ability to have Biscuits, the ability for Time Warp, Tonic, stuff like that can safely get you to the point of the game where you need to be is important.
Very, very true. Kindred, actually, a gank going down. That's a ton of damage. Both summoners blown by the Vel'Koz early. Exactly what you asked for from the Jarvan in terms of that early game pressure on the Vel'Koz. Now it will cost Jarvan his bot side of the map, as Gasp is playing around that exceptionally well, as he should be, reading the fact that Jarvan has ganked mid, except for Jarvan takes a really greedy path. Oh no, disaster strikes for Jarvan. He has the flash to get out. Bot lane is responding. Huge chunk. Oh, that flash was so late. Not like this. Oh my goodness. Nautilus now flashes and Ignite's going down to Morgana. Completely split flight. Flashes everywhere. Jarvan's dead. Kindred's going to die as well. Margarine flashes out as well. Now every flash is burned. Oh my god, what is happening?
This is the clown. Morgana, please.
Okay, now Pantheon goes back in. He's going to get another execute. A W goes down as well. Morg's Q is going to come up. No flash as well. This is an absolute travesty for blue side. Dear Lord, what was somewhat successful has just completely gone belly up for the side of blue team. And that is not what you want to see out of your early game, especially as you're scaling composition. That just went like a disaster for blue, but a dream come true for red as the Pantheon starts the game 2-0-1 and already 700 gold up on a Vel'Koz, a serrated Dirk to a Doran's Bring in lane.
And also he does have double bust as well. Smartly bot lane, if you notice, just took Scuttle Crab. I'm guessing the Jarvan had told them, take the Scuttle Crab. I don't want her to respawn and get a free stack off of that. And Kindred actually did have Jarvan marked for that fight. She actually waited the second, I think, to mark Jarvan when she went to the blue buff. And
oh no, Gangplank, no! No, buddy, no! He'll be able to flash to safety. Oh, he goes back in for the autos. Mad lad. Actually, Kayle almost dies to minion aggro there. That was dicey. He knew his damages. And a flash burn for Gangplank means no flashes in either solo lane. Kindred's able to snag that scuttle before Jarvan was able to swing by. Wump Ball asking a great question. Why Panth get through again? Wump, we don't know, buddy. But
we cannot answer that question about why you're blue side, and why you're blue side. You just don't ban Pantheon first rotation.
Yeah,
I don't know if people have the memo yet, but it's.
Hey, peek up. Pantheon broke.
If you're blue side, please ban Pantheon first pick. If you want to pick Xayah, that's cool. But letting through the best jungler left and Pantheon on the other side is not what you want to be doing.
And like solo laner. Also, just Pantheon's busted, guys. Don't let it through. Thank you, TY. All right. Without a doubt, though, in terms of jungle, Gasp is really, really. I know it seems silly because he's 1-1, but a 12-30 CS lead, that's a lot of damn camps. And that early missed flash, nice juke from Kaisa. That early flash that he should have done, and on the Jarvan, and he delays it for the death at Gromp, was just not how you want to start off the game. There's no reason to give Kindred that free stack. I get trying to hold it, but just wait for your buddies to come down as well. I don't really know. And that sort of swung the game in as much of the pockets of blue team as possible. Now that Kindred has that mark, she's not entirely weak. It's possible to win some 2v2s if it's successfully played on the bot or top side of the map.
I mean, one thing is, remember, she actually needs, I think the first number is actually 3, and the rest are 4 afterwards, to get the extended range. So right now, she needs on the first 4. After the 4th one, she gets the first set of range, and it's 3 afterward. So, the thing is, she's not really strong till she hits 4.
Oh, but she's not strong enough now to go for an engage. The bind's going to go down. Nicely done. Caitlyn is going to attempt to trade her life onto Kaisa. The Ignite's going down. Pantheon ult. He is 6 already. Dear God, he comes in like a truck and absolutely deletes the enemy. Jarvan now has the follow-up as well as Nautilus is going to go down. Who's the kill going to go down to? It is Caitlyn with a, oh my God, a triple kill. That is a 3-kill Caitlyn at 7 minutes. She is going to come back with a BF sword and absolutely demolish as Kaisa falls further behind. Looks like the enemy team is already crying. We got 2 tiers in the inventory, and that's probably about where their mentals are after how this early game has been going.
Oh, it's just one of those things where you're sitting here and you're looking at this game, and you're like, Kindred's doing what she can in the early game to try and match what Jarvan can do. And, you know, she's up CS, and, you know, she has to feel stronger, but it's Jarvan. The man doesn't need... Like, the man can give over half of his camps if he wanted to, as long as he just hit 6 the same time you did, he'd still be just as full. So...
Exactly, and the absolutely frustrating thing for blue side, too, is Jarvan isn't even needing to be there anymore. We saw that Gasp had a proactive play bot side, but the strength that Caitlyn Morgana already had resulted in them trading a kill, and the global, or the semi-global from Pantheon, hitting 6 well before I think almost anyone expected, resulted in that bottom lane fight going so poorly. Gangplank either hadn't hit 6 or didn't have his ultimate yet. He couldn't provide any follow-up. Both the teleports weren't used in terms of top side, one used to get back to lane, and it just spelled absolute disaster with Caitlyn Morgana now having 100% KP for red side. This is going exactly how they want it to.
And I mean, the big thing that so we do see press the attack being relevant here. That one Jarvan gank did give Kayle, you know, enough priority in the laning phase to hit 6. And now she's really using that Presty attack to bully the Gangplank when he goes up to CS without barrels. And that's the one, you know, I guess big advantage that Presty attack is having matchup. Because she has gotten almost 200 damage off of Presty attack in laning phase so far, so...
Now, speaking of Presty attack, I see a lot of Pantheons run either PTA or Conqueror. I'm not entirely sure which one is better. But while we're talking about PTA, what do you think, since we are just so enamored with how overpowered Pantheon is? Oh, hook going wide. Actually, we could look for a fight here before things resolve. Caitlyn's going to not land a trap, and they're going to walk it out, even though that damage discrepancy is so large. Still going to be fighting over Visit. Another not hook goes wide. Actually, I don't think they want that to ever land. I don't imagine a world where they can even remotely out-damage
convert
that
off
enemy.
of it pre-6, no.
Yeah,
if
I don't
is
see
6
it.
herself, Caitlyn's going to blow you up.
Yeah, exactly. And with the XP, like Morg's gonna hit 6 too soon, and
also I want you to look at the items real quick on the bottom lanes. I don't think Kaisa wins the fight.
Yeah, dear God. Kaisa hits like a wet paper, and Caitlyn hits like a hard paper. There we go. Quality content, baby.
If you step in a Caitlyn trap, you deserve to die.
Yes,
let's
die.
Put that out there.
Oh. Does Nautilus deserve to die? Question.
Nope.
Doesn't look like it.
It's this whole thing to where, you know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to see it, you know, does it make a sound?
True.
If the Caitlyn's not close enough to headshot, you know, do you deserve to die?
Yes, it's on a Kate trap and she's not close enough to headshot. Did they really get CC'd? In that instance, nah, I don't think they did. Gasp is hovering because he's praying to God that he can somehow stop this unholy terror that is the bottom lane.
I think he's saying, yo, how close are you to 6, Nautilus? It has to be him asking, how close are you to 6? Because if you're 6, they can actually fight that.
And I want you to pay it. Yeah, and I want you to pay attention too, because every time they are getting close to that tower, Pantheon is playing so well around Vision. Every time that there's a potential for something to happen, he walks into Fog and River and just has to pressure that out. We saw him path towards Tribrush when Gasp was sitting bot side, and Gasp just backed up. Granted, Nautilus wasn't at 6, but it's that unknown factor of that absolutely fed Pantheon that's going to scare you. Oh, nice bind going down. That's going to be a dead Nautilus. There's just no way he survives this. Ult's going to go down and lose from game point.
Hourglass is out. Second
Hourglass. Oh, Gasp is stolen it. Nice flash. Also, wait, Gasp is fucking gaming. Let's go, Gasp. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, here comes Pantheon.
Pantheon, just do it, buddy. Flash.
You have to flash. You have to
Your
flash.
Your mind's telling you no. Oh, wait. Also, they live bot lane. Well, shout out to Gasp. Hey, Gasp. That was pretty sick, buddy. Well played.
Yeah, a double Hourglass bot lane saved the Nautilus. So... Hourglass. Oh,
yeah, spoke too soon. Caitlyn Morgana, woo!
But the one that's crazy is Pantheon's mana bar doesn't honestly move. Like the Vel'Koz is trying hardest to CS, and
so
the
funny,
man's at 0 mana, and Pantheon's at 3/4 mana, hitting Q every wave.
Yeah. God, Gasp, that was a really handsome play. He comes in. Oh, speaking of handsome plays, he's about to make another one bot side. I don't care about top. That's a boring roll. Thank you. We're back bottom lane, baby. That's what I like to see. Caitlyn just does not give a... Oh, my goodness. And a beautiful bind went down. Vel'Koz with the geometry, but Pantheon's coming in as well. Oh my god, that is a tilter.
Perfect sidestepping on the Vel'Koz. He's tilted. That's
Vel'Koz is tilted.
Right there. That's the solo kill. I deserve this. Flash it in. Run it down. Run it in.
Professor Clap, sweetie. No one deserves that. That's a tilter. When your bot lane loses the 2v2, you go down for the cleanup, and Caitlyn has both sums and Morga splash, and you're just like, yeah, I'm going in. I've been there before, buddy. The geometry sometimes is enough when
auto attack top lane.
Oh my gosh!
One auto.
I almost just saw a Kale solo kill in lane for the first time in my life.
I mean, is this the one thing where Grasp makes Gangplank deceptively tanky? And the flash comes out. Imagine the world we live in, Vaughn.
Imagine
the world we live in. Season 9 is truly a spectacle to behold.
True. Imagine. So I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but I'm gonna be this guy. But Pornhub's just screwed. Yeah.
It's looking really bad. Kayle has Infinity Edge and Brawler's Gloves. The only way I see Flamers Inc. just kind of throwing this into the dumpster is you make a bad play on Dragon.
Nice bind.
I could see them wanting to put pressure on Dragon right now. You have Kayle on a recall backing. She doesn't have TP up, but Gangplank doesn't either. Walk the Kayle down here. Start the Dragon.
Starting the Dragon they do, but it's blue actually starting it, and that the bottom lane has been a bit of a sandwich here. Kai'Sa tries to ult, but doesn't get out of the pick. Jarvan ults as well, but he is a little cut off from his team. But Pantheon is just doing insane amounts of damage. Jarvan's going to go down, but Vel'Koz is providing backup. Pantheon is too much away. That's an ult going down from Vel'Koz. Not necessarily needed, but a good way to finish off the Pantheon. And a 1-for-2. Maybe this is actually how they start clawing it back, picking out these fights when the team isn't already in present. You have a 5-0-5 Caitlyn that wasn't there. It's going to result in a team fight being lost. And Vel'Koz doing great geometry. Kayle also just mollywopping Gangplank. Is this going to be a solo kill that we thought last time? Oh, dear Lord, it is.
Gunblade's done. The second that Gangplank eats his oranges, it's free reign for the Kayle. You hit the Gunblade, you hit your W. He's not going to outrun you. He kind of just has to hope he can get a barrel down, get the movement speed off of proccing it. But at that point, you're a little too late. All right, so right now, if you're Flamers, just play around the Dragon. Your Kayle strong. The Gangplank can't magic. They have to send a second person up here if they want to. Kayle's actually already level 11, so she's going to shove Gangplank out of lane every time he goes up to farm now.
True. And really, for the blue side, It's all coming down to the Season 7 MVP. We're going to have to see if he's still got what it takes to bring his team into this one. The experimental first time we're seeing Night Terrors on Kaisa is really not working out. The Nautilus isn't in a position where he can impact. One of the worst feelings in the world. Nautilus is being that far behind, trying to engage and getting melted. The only really lane or role that's that far down is Jarvan. And like you said, once Jarvan's 6, he locks you in. And really, the best target would be to lock in the Vel'Koz, as Kaisa has that slippery ult that lets her escape the.
He actually timed his ultimate perfectly last fight. So he EQ'd onto the Kaisa. The Kaisa ulted herself the farthest distance she could, but the Jarvan jumped mid-dash, and it pulled her into the edge of the circle. But it's one of those things to where, if you're going to play Nautilus, guys, quick pro tip from Nautilus main. The first thing you type in ban is, please ban Morgana.
Dear Lord, that Pantheon damage. Please ban Pantheon. Oh, Gasp doesn't have the ult up to save him. It's going to be a trade, as Red side is going to do that 1-for-1 and break down that top outer turret with this Morgana and Caitlyn. I love how Jarvan is smartly shadowing this. This is your win con. Play around these two ladies from the bottom lane. There is no hope. As long as they siege with these two Fed members, there's going to be nothing they can do. Gangplank does get that barrel speed to skirt on out of there, but that is a 1-for-1 kill and an objective taken for free. I'd love to see Kate Morg head mid instead of doing what they're doing, but let's see what happens. Caitlyn is not in a good position. Caitlyn's going to go down. Morgana also going to go down, but it's not going to be up. J4 is going to flash out. It's not going to work. Flash is out of the Kindred binding as well, and that is going to be 2 kills in a very awkwardly split fight, and those 2 shutdowns are going to give a lot of gold over to that Gangplank, and he is right back in this game. The gold lead for top has actually swung in his favor now with those 2 shutdowns, and there's 2 positions now for the side of Phub that are ahead. Miracles are starting to happen.
And I mean, it's very just, you know, what we said before. You need to play as a team, play around your bottom lane. Just, I would say, don't int the shutdown away, but we're past that part now. Your kill's almost there. She's thick. So, yeah, Pantheon, season 9. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, honestly, I just didn't even say anything there. It's just Pantheon, season 9.
You know, it's like you're sitting there and like the train's coming through, and that poor Prius is just stuck on the tracks. Like, what are you supposed to do?
True, there's only so much that green energy fuel, silent Prius energy can do in the face of the unstoppable fucking train that is Pantheon. And he is not, the brakes haven't been pushed once. He is 7-2-3, 18 minutes, sitting at 8,100 gold to Vel'Koz's 57. That is a 2.4 gold lead in the mid. There is a 3.3 gold lead ADC, and there is almost a 3k gold lead just under it for support. And the top side, Gangplank's up about 400 and chump change. And jungle diff, as always in my solo queue games, is massive. Kindred is 2,200 gold up on Jarvan. And also, that's important to note, 2 levels. Despite the early lead, contesting neutral objectives is risky. You don't ever want to really go for those 50-50s because of that smite potential. So we're going to have to see, what does red team opt in to do? Are they going to siege? How are they going to make sure they use their very strong Fed members and push their lead? Because we've seen them kind of stall out here. They've gotten some towers, but nothing other than a couple trades has happened so far. What are they going to do to make sure they push this lead here, Dev?
So honestly, Pornhub has no flank potential. There's no one that you can just say, when they're sieging, get behind them and start it. Like, the Nautilus is going to have to be up front to block the Morgana bindings, or at least put the pressure up so that they just don't free hit on your turret the entire time. I mean, if you want the Nautilus off on the side, like, you do you, bud, but it's going to be rough for him to really get in without having to burn his flash. Just play around objectives. That's all Pornhub can do, is your Kindred's 2 levels up. You may not be able to smite steal it, but put Flamers in a bad position in a pit. If they're in drag pit and you can get on the side, then they're in a bad position, and you can catch that Caitlyn in that awkward position like how she was last fight in a top lane tri-brush, you'll be able to win these fights.
Sure. And blue team was almost caught in an awkward position. I would like to see, because they have so many tools to get onto a target. Well, only two really: Pantheon, R Dive, and Jarvan E. It's absolutely terrifying to have a black shield on those champs. I was hoping to see Red Team pull the trigger. Maybe they're a little gun shy after the last game where it was so back and forth. But oh my goodness, Kale is massacring that man. It wasn't even cold.
Like, what are you supposed to do there for Gangplank? Like, you see the damage start coming through. You start to walk away, and the gunblade hits you.
I'm gonna be honest, he had flash, bro. I can't make excuses. Gangplank is just as busted. Oh my god, Chad Caitlyn play coming out. Oh, that's a dead
Drop the trap and flash the emote. All right. But so also I want to talk about it again. So the gold difference actually off of Gangplank being 400 is only his Q gold. So it's not like pure laning, pure CS. He was only up that gold because he had 447 gold off of Q.
Oh yeah, and he also got two massive shutdowns in that fight. He got Caitlyn and Morg. I'm hoping they transition to the Baron, which is what they're actually going to do. Now, gameplay ult is going to be up, and they have vision control. They may attempt to bait this out. They might be a little gun-shy about doing the Baron because of how slow it would be. Kai'Sa's walking through vision. They're pinging or going down. Nautilus is going to try to ward alone. I've been there, buddy. Don't do it. Now, Kai'Sa. Nope, not Kai'Sa. Kate. Still wrong. Kale is the correct C champ. Flash is going out from the Nautilus.
Correct C champ.
Flash going from the Panth. Nautilus is trying his best to get away. There's a fight going down in the mid lane as well. He is going to go down. It's not going to be enough. But on the other side, a huge Vel'Koz ult is going to go down. Another split fight. Isn't it? Pantheon ult comes in like the Avengers. W is going to go down on the stun. Point and click. Kale's coming in on the flank as well. She's
massive.
She does insane amounts of damage. The Pantheon Q does not finish him off. Nice E to block that damage from the true passive. Q, one more snipe. Not going to result in a kill, and the siege is about to go down because it is a fed Caitlyn, and it is
no one of importance died in that fight too, by the way. Putting it out there. Literally all the shutdowns are still alive.
True.
So, well, and also a 22-22 with 22-22 on the clock. Let's check Kindred stacks real quick. We're at 3. We were at 3. You are 2. She's 2 levels. She was 2 levels ahead of the Jarvan for most of this game, but she wasn't able to turn it into stack. And that's the one big thing, is that if you can't convert it into these stacks, it's going to get harder and harder on this champion as time goes on. They know Kindred doesn't have ultimate here.
And like you said, the win con was 35 minutes. However, Kale level 16 is going to come before that. And with every other member on that team also fed, that is their carry, you will have this unholy trinity of a fed late game Kale, with a fed Pantheon, with a fed Caitlyn, and a Morgana as a team with no hard engage, no flank potential. Well, no hard engage outside of a Nautilus, but you have a Morgana hook, right? No flank potential, and a losing split in every lane. It is looking sunshine and roses for red. As long as they just keep playing this out, this chokehold will result in a red team win, unless blue team can pull off a miracle comeback.
I mean, this is one of those games where you're sitting here, and if you're Gasp, you're like, did I just play Kindred just so I have the second AD carry? Because, I mean, the Kai'Sa hasn't looked too hot this game. At all.
Those early game fights really, really set that lane behind. Pantheon's going to get the W off. It's not going to get much going down. Actually, oh no, that's going to be a Baron right there.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a free Baron. So the next dragon's actually Ocean, and if you get double Ocean as this poke comp, basically, in the Siege comp, I don't think you're going to die, because your Jarvan and your Pantheon will be able to, pop in for a quick jump in, back out, get half their health bar back from Ocean, and then just keep hitting these towers. Cutting it a little close there with the Caitlyn having to actually kill the Baron.
Oh, they're looking to do this right now. Kale can actually come up from the bot side and kill them. Nautilus ult's going to go down. He has no mana. There's going to be nothing. Vel'Koz trying his best to do some DPS, but walks a little bit too far and is going to go down. The barrier's not enough. Jarvan flash R's in. His team's a little bit too far behind, but Caitlyn's going to 90 caliber net inside. Night Terrorist is going to make sure he ults to secure one more kill before he goes down, but this could be the end of the game. They have a wave bot side. It's only Kindred and Gasp. Timers are 20 seconds or more. Kale's going to be in behind enemy lines, but that spell immunity is make sure he does does not care. Not a care in the world. It's looking like
off.
2 straight wins in a much more convincing fashion. However, it's not the end of the game yet. Gasp is respawning in 30 seconds, their main carry, but Gangplank is still alive with those barrels. Vel'Koz is going to be 5. Night Terrors is coming up in 5 as well. It looks like they could be going for the end. Let's see what happens. They're a little split. Inhib's going to go down. Nice binding to land. Hook's going to go down as well.
Yep. Unless Flamers finds a random pick here, they're probably going to back off, hit Dragon, and then, you know, go top lane. And then just let those inhibitors do what they do, force the Gangplank to just wave clear, and probably keep the Kindred also out of the fight as well. My favorite part here is, you at home can't see it, but the Kale just literally just spam ping that she has a 700 bounty. Like, just amazed at the fact that the Kale, like, they gotta play the game pre-16, and it's really showing that, you know, you can play Kale without Klepto whenever you're laning against Gangplank.
True. The PTI, I guess, was the sauce. She's hit that level 16. She's almost at the Rabadons. I don't know if she's going to be able to complete it before the game ends, but she is sitting pretty. And I expect with this remaining Baron, there's so much. Red team could threaten to end here. There's only one. Oh, no, Gas. This is where you want to be, sweetie. No. This is going to be
wait for it to come down and gain the damage in.
It's not going to be enough. The ult's going to go down.
Right. Gotta make sure you can time this.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oh, no, we're going to dying there. It's fine. Remember, step on a Caitlyn trap, you deserve to die. Never forget. Caitlyn is at 90% crit right now. Essence Reaver was finished off of that last back, and along with the second Zeal. So 90% crit is the name of the game here. Those headshots will also crit for that extra damage thanks to Infinity Edge. And you really have to respect this Caitlyn right now.
Final push coming through. Baron is still up. Vel'Koz standing 90 yards back, praying he doesn't get engaged on Jarvan. Cataclysm is available. The push onto the inhibitor. This could be the final push, the one that will secure Flamers Inc. a 2-0 start to the season. Jarvan flashes in with the Cataclysm ult. A beautiful engage. Pantheon's going to go in as well. The Caitlyn's going to go in as well. Pantheon is in the front line E. The Kale DPS is alive. Vel'Koz is trying his best to geometry his way, his team back into the game. Gangplank ult is not going to pop the Caitlyn. They are going to DPS hard, and this Kale just does not stop auto-attacking. Right-click for the win. Caitlyn Q is going to go down. Vel'Koz is not going to be enough, and it is a 2-0 start for Flamers Inc. A great debut into P-Cup.
And, I mean, that's one of the...